Hi guys, you're welcome to the L'Oreal Studios. We are still on Android Material Basics. We'll be focusing on animation. What about we're going to be defining custom animations? The first on the list is the touch feedback, and we'll be looking at the ripple effect on views and buttons. We're actually going to be creating a demo application. What about we are going to introduce the ripple effect on a button? So moving straight to Android Studio, I'm going to create a new Android Studio project, and I'm going to name it Ripple. Let's make it simple. Write in a document, that's fine. So I'm going to click next. So we're actually designing for phone and tablet. Click next. We're going to opt for the empty activity. Click next. Now let's maintain the activity name as main activity and the layout name, which is the XML. So let's move on. In this particular demo, we're going to actually be looking at how to integrate the ripple effects using the XML. You can actually do that from the Java classes as well, but this tutorial is basically focused on the layout files. So that's where we're going to actually integrate the ripple effect from. So we have the structure of our application. Now I'll be moving straight to the rest, where we'll be looking at the layout, activity main XML, which is the launcher UI of this particular application, and I'll actually be adding something there quickly. Firstly, I would like to change away from relative layout to a linear layout so that we can just have that simply done. Linear layout. Right there, I'm going to change the text view to a button, since we want to introduce the ripple inside a button click. So I'm going to actually take this out, and I'll introduce the button. Cut button. What about the layout width and height? Let's say 0 dp. Just make it simple. DIP, or let's just maintain match parent and wrap content. That's fine. Now I'm going to have an ID. Let's give it an ID. Which you have the art as ID. Let's give it the button email. I'm going to have a layout weight, over there. Let's give it 0.50. That's the thickness. Afterwards, I'm going to have the gravity. Let's centralize this. Afterwards, I'm going to have an Android background. So let's call the drawable. Now we're going to create the ripple drawable resource file. So we get to create that, and an Android text. That should be equals to string, not the app name this time. We're going to create a dedicated name for that called email. So let's get to quickly create that. First of all, let's create the text name. Let's go over here, which is the email. We go to strings, come over here, give a string, email. Now we give email. That's fine. So let's move back to the activity main. If you notice, it's gone. Now we need to create the drawable for the repo. So we got to create that here inside the drawable folder. Create a new drawable resource file called repo. Click OK. Now in the repo XML, we actually have to change the selector to the repo tag. No, we have to take away this S. So the repo tag, whereby we have something of this nature. Now we need to call the Android color, which is required, or we're given at Android. Now we call the color, and we give it a black. That's the way. Close our object. Afterwards, we're going to need an item. How about we call the Android drawable. This time at drawable, and we call background. Background. Okay, that's fine. We need to close it out with an item closing tag. Let's go. So we have to create this background XML right inside the drawable. So that's actually going to signify the background of the repo. So we create a drawable resource file called background. Click OK. So let's quickly create that. That's actually going to be a shape instead of a selector. Going to be a shape. This way. Let's change this to shape. That's fine. Now we're going to introduce the color we want to pass in, which is actually going to be a solid 100 color, and it's going to be calling the color, which will be darker gray, something of this nature. Now we need to close correctly, and we have the color for the background, which is actually going to be used in the repo XML, just this way. So that's fine. From here, we can easily go back to the activity main and be rest assured that everything has gone. The error is over, and we'll be rest assured that the repo effect will actually take place on the click of this particular button. So this is just how to integrate the repo effect into your Android project. You can actually use this tool for a view, but we're actually integrating it into a button, and you can actually have it on the fly. And I'll be testing this out right there in the emulator. I want you to stand by and see how it flows, and I hope you actually understand how to go about it using XML to integrate the repo effect, the repo animation inside a button. Here we go with the application, the repo. Now we have the button with the email as the text. A click on the button which will display the repo effect. Can you notice that? It depends on the kind of background that you use. It's actually going to display that effect. So get to see how it works. So that's just how to integrate the repo effect using XML into a button. Thank you very much for hanging out with me throughout this tutorial, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Have a blessed time. Bye bye.